Yes, TDU3. We mentioned before a long while ago that TDU3 was definitely pretty much in development. Well, we got some more confirmation today, and I am now going to be beginning the hype train because I want more TDU. Test Drive 3 practically confirmed by BigBen Interactive with a nice picture of TDU2. May I add, TDU2, one of my absolute all-time favorite games. I love it. It's one of the most amazing games ever. Before we jump in properly, I would like to say we've been streaming over on Twitch. For those wondering where the streams are, there's a link at the top of the description. Please come. Please join. Promise, lots of big uns. It's actually been 2 years since the last article came out. The first article, the first rumors, first speculation about the game. Which development game time, that's nothing. Like 2 years to start the base of a game of the scale of TDU, it's heard of. To catch up what happened, BigBen bought the rights to Test Drive Unlimited, the series. So they wanted to make more of them. That was the intention of buying. Atari is kinda... We are proud to become fully part of BigBen Group, for which we have developed games for more than 10 years. The long-standing cooperation with BigBen, a token for stable and smooth relations between the teams, our specialization on 2- and 4-wheel off-road racing games, as well as the use of the prestigious brands WRC, Isle of Man TT, V-Rally, and Test Drive Unlimited represent cooperative advantages for the group that our integration will strengthen. The weird thing is that they mentioned Test Drive Unlimited as if they are already developing a Test Drive Unlimited. They have not made a Test Drive Unlimited, so what are they talking about? They must be making a Test Drive. Like, come on. It was announced 2 years ago that they were going to make it. They've worked with BigBen for a long time, and BigBen own the rights now to Test Drive Unlimited. These guys have worked on WRC, Isle of Man TT, V-Rally, very specifically off-roading games, and Test Drive was amazing for off-roading. There's cars, they do car stuff, they do bike stuff. For me, that's just Test Drive. The company that's working on the game, so for those that want to know and do some digging about who is making the Test Drive Unlimited 3, which it practically will be. If it's not that, it's TDU3 anyway. Kyloton? I'm being completely honest with you. I have to tread lightly here because, let's be honest, looking at the track record of this company, they haven't made games that really level with Test Drive Unlimited. Whoa there, sunshine. Actually, I'd like to talk about this point very quickly because I have actually seen a little bit more gameplay of what they've produced in the past since talking right there. Now, this is obviously one of the games that we showed earlier in the video, and this is actually part of the game that I already showed you this part. But if you look into the distance of this game, I think it looks visually pretty darn good. And if you look into the distance, this is the type of scale I'd like to see in TDU2, except for that this is obviously a closed stage game in where I would actually like to see in Test Drive Unlimited a very much open world game, exploration. If they can make maps that look like this, I think they're going to do a pretty darn good job of it, if they obviously are actually using this team, because I don't really know. To me, TDU2, for its time, and even nowadays, is above the level of what we have. It had absolutely everything to do with hypercars to low-end cars. It had upgrading of performance on the cars, off-roading, on-roading, different levels of it, massive map. So many different dealerships. You go to a Ferrari dealership, get in a car, test drive it. Like, oh, that was the premise. It's a huge scale game, which today, I don't think many of the companies could really do something to match that of the scale nowadays with the graphics they have to do and all that. There's a lot more time to develop a similar concept. The closest we have is the Crew 2, which is actually the previous developers of Test Drive, formed of a lot of the developers. For example, Fergus, Magie, I love you. But this company has ties with off-roading stuff. It has ties in with a big, important part of the game. And let's be totally honest, let's not gloss over the fact that Test Drive Unlimited's handling model, more so too, was absolutely pants. It's better than a lot of games today still, but overall, the handling just didn't connect the car to the road properly. It was not right. So I have to say, even if the handling is super street level, I don't think it's gonna be considered really that bad. But there are some fundamental things that need to be included for it to be a proper Test Drive Unlimited game. To me, it needs manufacturer-specific dealerships. Huge part of the premise of the Test Drive Unlimited series. To me, a lot of games are lacking on this. Like, they have the auto shows where you buy cars from one place or one building. It's like, do the dealerships like Test Drive. You could walk around the dealership. You could speak to the dealer. It was amazing. You could see other people doing the same. There needs the online connectivity, the always online drop-in, drop-out servers, whether that's 10, 20, 30 people. I don't care. I want to go into a dealership and see other people admiring the cars. I need that. And what's a TDU game without the car wash? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. The attention to detail of pulling your windows down in the tunnel and blitzing it through and it sounding godly. That needs to return. There are so many features like this that just make up the whole TDU experience. If it doesn't have these things, to me, it's not going to be a proper TDU game. Now, I'm not expecting everything to be included, but these small details of the fact of seamless multiplayer, the dealerships, to me at least, the dealerships is a big premise. A big map that is screaming, explore me, is something that TDU2 definitely had. I wanted to know every inch of that. And a map that you can go literally anywhere. You see it, you can drive it. Don't give me those invisible barrier BS. And you know, I had to say, the one thing that I remember most from TDU2 is I didn't have to do all the racing stuff. I didn't have to. I could go to the casino and I could gamble all my money away and potentially win loads back. I need things like this. I need next level changing stuff like this. To me, not a big deal. I mean, sure, if you had microtransactions, you're probably gonna have some issues. But hey, I want things like this. I want an auction house in where maybe you can walk around, a scrapyard where people have scrapped their cars or damaged them too much and they've wanted to get rid of them because they've cost too much to repair, or having to repair your cars or having to get your car serviced or something like Gran Turismo. Things like this I want to see in games. TDU3, if that's the one to do it, I'm gonna appreciate. I could dive in and be very aggressive with this, because if you look at what BigBen has produced, to me, again, it's not the level of what I'm expecting from a Test Drive Unlimited game. But I don't want to dive in and be negative, because they have tried. This is ongoing, what it seems like development for at the very least, 2 years, and we're still only now just hearing, oh yes, we've been working on it. That could be years out. That could be next generation. That could be mobile. We don't know what it is. But the thing is, they've definitely started to put the time in, and I'm hoping that from all the WRC licensing games on this kind of thing, that they've been building up to make this, because let's be honest, it's everyone's dream to get another solid test drive. All it needs to me to be successful is a solid handling model, because the previous games didn't particularly have that. Lots of cars, and where we could go to dealerships and see other people in the dealerships, looking around them, exploring them. Team game modes, that was something that TDU2 tried to do, didn't particularly succeed, but in this game definitely could. Nowadays, online is everything. A clubhouse style system. It doesn't even have to have a house, but playing races together to unlock specific cars or specific rewards. And something different like the casino, or something kind of like an auction house, as I was saying. Things like that scrapyard. I don't know, looking into your car and actually having to build those cars. Things like that, just to push the boundaries a little bit of what racing games can be. Because let's face it, Car Mechanics Simulator, definitely not the highest budget game in the world, but definitely a premise. If you use that as a base of a racing game, it would be one of the actual best racing games there has been in a long time. Imagine building your own car like that, racing it. It could fall apart and you'd have to repair it. That would be amazing. And you know, give us the car wash, please. Yes, please. But I'd love to know your thoughts. What would you need in a Test Drive Unlimited game for it to be the next level, for it to beat TDU2? To beat TDU2 is gonna have to do a heck of a lot. That game made me like music that I couldn't stand. So that shows you how much I appreciate that series. Daddy was a DJ. My daddy was a DJ. Well, granted, I don't think I could trust any developer out there right now at all that is making AAA games that are at the top of my head, other than like Rockstar Games, to make the type of TDU3 that I have in my head. But you never know what they could put out of the bag. Dedication, time, effort. Look at the crew. I know to some, you might not like it, but the scale, the scope, the effort, the love that went into those 2 games is next level, and I hope that the developers of this game can carry that light on with Test Drive Unlimited, because can you imagine if that became a series that came out every few years? Test Drive is back. What's next? Midnight Club? Don't ask me about that. I'm sorry, it's serious. But as I said, please let me know down in the comments what you think of this video. There's a link in the description for the article if you want to read more about it. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new, and yeah, let's hope that sometime soon we'll be playing another returning racing game franchise. Until next time, peace.